Each year, the world produces over 1.1 million tons of wool, according to the International Wool Textile Organization, IWTO, 2023. That may sound small compared to global cotton output, but wool carries a value several times higher per kilogram. From a sheep's back to a winter sweater, this fiber is light, warm, and surprisingly durable. So how does raw fleece transform into the fabric that has shaped fashion for centuries? Today, we step inside the mill to uncover the process. Wool has been woven into human life for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations in Mesopotamia raised sheep not only for food, but also for clothing. The Greeks and Romans spread wool garments across Europe, where they symbolized wealth and military discipline. By the 18th century, Britain's wool trade powered its economy and helped fuel the Industrial Revolution. Today, Australia leads global production, supplying nearly a quarter of the world's wool each year. The cycle begins in spring when sheep are ready to shed their fleece. Modern shearing uses electric clippers that glide close to the skin without cutting it. A skilled worker can shear one sheep in under 2 minutes, gathering 3 to 5 kilograms of wool in a single fleece. The fleece is kept in one piece, rolled, and sent to sorting stations. The outer, coarser fibers are separated from the softer undercoat destined for clothing. Fresh fleece holds more than just fiber. Up to 40% of its weight is grease, dirt, and plant matter. Factories load the wool into giant scouring lines, rows of hot water baths mixed with gentle detergents. At temperatures near 60 degrees Celsius, lanolin, wool grease, is washed out along with soil and debris. Lanolin itself is collected and sold for cosmetics, while the cleaned fiber emerges lighter, brighter, and ready for further processing. Now the wool must be straightened and aligned. Carding machines use rollers covered in fine wire teeth to comb the fibers into thin, uniform sheets. As the fibers pass through, tangles disappear and strands align into continuous webs. These are condensed into soft ropes of fiber called slivers. This step determines smoothness in the final yarn. Would you wear a sweater made from pure natural wool, knowing it began as fleece on a sheep's back? If yes, tap like. If not, leave a comment with your reason. The slivers are drawn out and twisted to create strength. High-speed spinning frames stretch the fibers into long threads while adding twists to bind them. Depending on the design, multiple threads are combined into thicker yarns for coats or finer yarns for suits. Modern mills can produce thousands of spindles spinning at once, generating kilometers of yarn every minute. The sound of whirring machines fills the factory as raw fiber becomes usable textile. Spun yarns are loaded onto looms that interlace warp and weft into fabric. Depending on the pattern, wool can become soft flannel, heavy tweed, or fine worsted cloth. After weaving, finishing treatments adjust texture and durability. Steaming, stretching, and sometimes dyeing add the final touch. Rolls of fabric are inspected, cut, and shipped to garment factories worldwide. From shearing to finished cloth, the journey turns raw animal fiber into textiles that define winter wardrobes. If wool can transform from tangled fleece into fabric worth more than cotton, imagine how the tough, scaly hide of a crocodile is turned into a luxury material worth thousands of dollars. Every year, farms and tanneries worldwide produce about 1.5 to 2 million crocodile skins, according to data from the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, 2023. Most come from Southeast Asia, Australia, and the United States, feeding a luxury market where a single handbag can sell for tens of thousands of dollars.
Collection program, and then of course you've got farming and you have trappers.
So what makes crocodile leather so rare and valuable compared to cowhide? Let's trace the process from reptile to refined accessory. Ancient Egyptians once used crocodile hide to fashion armor and shields. By the 19th century, European aristocrats prized crocodile leather for boots and travel trunks, seeing it as both exotic and durable. In the modern era, brands like Hermès and Louis Vuitton elevated it into a symbol of wealth. Today, crocodile farms supply tanneries with carefully managed hides that remain among the most exclusive materials in fashion. The journey begins in controlled farms where crocodiles are raised under strict conditions. Water temperature is kept around 28 to 30 degrees Celsius, while pens are cleaned regularly to avoid skin damage from infections or injuries. Feed is carefully managed, often consisting of fish or poultry byproducts, to ensure steady growth. It can take 2 to 3 years before a crocodile reaches the ideal size for skin harvesting, usually about 1.5 meters in length. Once harvested, the animal is skinned with precision. Special knives separate hide from flesh, and workers pay attention to belly scales, which are the most valuable section for fashion goods. The back skin is thicker and less flexible, often used for belts or shoes.
This is all muscle. That's all jaw muscle.
Fresh skins are salted immediately to prevent decay, then bundled for transport to tanneries. Each hide must be kept flat and moist to preserve quality. At the tannery, raw hides are cleaned, soaked, and prepared for preservation. They are placed in rotating drums with tanning agents, sometimes chromium salts, sometimes plant-based extracts, that stabilize collagen fibers and prevent rotting. The process can last several days as chemicals penetrate deeply into the hide. Tanning also softens the stiff scales, giving crocodile leather its signature suppleness. Would you personally spend thousands of dollars on a bag just because it's made from this rare leather? Leave your thoughts in the comments. After tanning, hides are stretched and dried slowly to maintain shape. Next, they move to dyeing vats or spray booths, where pigments penetrate the scales. Some are dyed in classic black or brown, while others receive bold colors for luxury fashion. The pattern of each skin is unique, making no two handbags identical. This individuality is a major reason crocodile leather commands such high prices. Finally, hides are polished and coated for durability. Machines buff the surface, while protective finishes enhance shine and guard against moisture. Inspectors grade each piece, ranking them from flawless to lower quality. Only top grades go to luxury houses. Once approved, skins are packed and shipped to workshops where artisans cut, stitch, and craft them into high-end accessories. A single flawless hide can become a handbag that sells for more than a car. If crocodile leather is prized for its rarity and luxury, what about cowhide, the most common leather on Earth, that quietly powers an industry of jackets, shoes, and furniture for billions of people? The United States alone produces more than 20 million cowhides each year, according to the Leather and Hide Council of America, 2024. From jackets to car seats, cowhide is the backbone of the global leather industry, found in products people use daily without even noticing. But how does raw animal skin, often seen as a byproduct of meat production, become polished leather worth billions? Let's step inside the tannery to find out. Humans have used animal hides since prehistoric times, first for warmth and shelter. By the 15th century, European tanneries developed specialized methods for turning hides into durable leather. Over time, cowhide became the dominant source, valued for its size, strength, and adaptability. Today, it accounts for the majority of the world's leather goods, from footwear and fashion to furniture and automotive interiors. The journey begins in slaughterhouses, where hides are removed as byproducts of beef processing. To prevent decay, hides are salted immediately. Workers cover each one with layers of salt, reducing moisture and halting bacterial growth. Properly salted hides can last weeks before reaching the tannery. Each raw hide is inspected. Thick, undamaged skins are selected for high-end goods, while scarred or thin hides are set aside for lower-grade products. At the tannery, hides are soaked in large drums filled with water to remove salt and dirt. They are then treated with lime and sodium sulfide, which loosen hair and break down fats. Mechanical paddles rotate the hides, ensuring even treatment. After several hours, loosened hair is scraped away, leaving a clean, pale surface. This step is crucial for preparing the hide for tanning. Now the cleaned hides must be stabilized to prevent rotting and improve durability. They are loaded into large rotating drums with tanning agents. Chromium salts are most common, penetrating fibers within 24 hours and producing soft, flexible leather. Vegetable tanning, using tree bark extracts, takes longer but creates a firmer, more traditional leather. This stage locks collagen fibers into a stable structure. Do you prefer products made from genuine leather or synthetic alternatives? Comment below and tell us why. Once tanned, hides are pressed to remove excess moisture. They are then split into layers. The top, grain layer is smooth and strong, used for premium goods like shoes and bags. Lower layers become suede or bonded leather. The pieces are stretched and air or vacuum dried until ready for finishing. This separation ensures the right type of leather for every product category. Finally, the leather is dyed, polished, and coated for protection. Spray systems apply pigments to achieve consistent colors, while rollers smooth the surface. Protective finishes resist water and stains, extending the material's lifespan. Each batch is graded for thickness, strength, and appearance before being shipped to manufacturers. The result: a versatile material that shapes everything from luxury fashion to everyday furniture. From soft wool to exotic crocodile leather to common cowhide, each material carries centuries of tradition and layers of technology. Wool proves how animal fiber can be cleaned, spun, and woven into warmth. Crocodile leather shows how rarity and craftsmanship can turn scales into luxury worth thousands. Cowhide demonstrates the scale of industry, transforming a byproduct into the most widely used leather on Earth. What seems simple in our closets and homes is actually the product of global systems, skilled labor, and strict control. Want to keep uncovering secrets hidden in everyday materials? Subscribe to Captain Discovery today so you never miss the next journey.